Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rauchenwald. In today's video, I want to show you the best autoresponder in 2020 that you can and should use for your business based on my experience with many different autoresponders out there. Now, in case you're not familiar what exactly an autoresponder is supposed to do for you, it pretty much combines two different things. It provides you with an SMTP, that's the part of the autoresponder that actually delivers your marketing emails, and with a kind of user interface that allows you to set up follow-up email campaigns and other email logic so you can automate your email follow-up and email marketing campaigns. Now, there are many autoresponders out there. There are things like MailChimp, GetResponse, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ClickFunnels, and many more. And it can be a challenge to figure out the right one to use. In fact, over the last couple of years, I've been using all of them myself or for clients of mine. And so by now, I'm at a point where I finally am confident enough to say or to know which one is really the best autoresponder out there that you can use for your business, that's easy to use, so not too techy and complicated, yet provides you with a bunch of options and possibilities to get more out of your marketing efforts. And you may be wondering which of the ones I've mentioned before is my personal favorite and in my personal opinion really the number one autoresponder out there. I'm talking about ActiveCampaign. Now, I could easily spend the next couple of minutes talking about why ActiveCampaign is my personal favorite when it comes to an autoresponder and why we switched everything we have to ActiveCampaign. But in the end, it comes down to a few simple things. Number one, they have an easy user interface, so even if you're not a nerd like I am, you will find your way around the user interface and you will easily understand what's your lists, what's your automations, what's your campaigns, and so on. And you'll be easily able to keep an oversight or keep an overview of what's going on in your account. Number two, they also have a drag and drop editor, or more or less drag and drop editor for your automation. Means even if you have no clue about all the technical stuff in the background, you have an easy to use user interface, which I will show you in a second, that allows you to create crazy automations depending on what users have done so far. Number three, they have an easy to use resend logic. So you may have watched a video of mine in the past where I mentioned the number one trick to double or almost double your email opening rates. And it's simply by sending the same email campaigns again to people that haven't opened it the day before or 2 days ago. So you basically just change your subject line and adjust the email beginning and the pre-header a little bit, and you send it to the same list, but only to people that haven't opened it before. And you can do that very easily with ActiveCampaign, which I'm also going to show you in a second. And last but not least, ActiveCampaign also has a mobile application where you can keep track of your campaign success. There's room for improvement in the mobile application for sure, but it's a bonus on top of everything else they offer. And now that we've talked about that, let's take a look at ActiveCampaign itself. So here you can see our ActiveCampaign dashboard for one of our projects, to be more precise for our CF PowerScripts project. And you can easily keep track of what's going on. You see the number of contacts and your growth over the last 30 days. You see your interaction rate, you see the trend, you see the contact trend, and you see your latest campaigns, automations, and your top contacts, so the people or recipients that interact the most with your emails. And you also see recent activity, which is updated in real time. So you see who clicked on a link, who unsubscribed, who subscribed to a list, and so on. Now, when you click on, for example, a contact trend, you get more details in terms of what's actually going on. So how many people sign up per day on average, how many people unsubscribe per day, and eventually it will also load a nice graph that illustrates that a little bit better, like we can see right now. So as you can see, our account here for this project has grown by 27% over the last 30 days. We have an average of 5 new subscribers to our email list per day and only 1 unsubscriber per day. So net, we are gaining 4 subscribers per day, which is quite nice. But obviously the statistics are not the most important thing. They are really amazing and you can dig into details and go into separate lists and things like that, but it's not the most important thing that matters. What matters is that you have an easy way to set up your campaigns. Like in other autoresponders, you have a campaign section, and there you can manage different email templates, and just with a few mouse clicks actually create a new campaign, which we're not going to cover here specifically in this tutorial because it's so straightforward, it doesn't require a tutorial separately. But what's really great here is when you have your campaigns and you send one, you can just go on the arrow next to the campaign and you can click on the resend options, and you will be presented with a couple of different options to either create a new campaign based on this one, send it to new contacts, so people that subscribe to the list since you sent that campaign, or send it to contacts who have not read or opened the initial campaign, again to increase the opening and success rate of your email marketing efforts. But even that is not the main reason why I love Active Campaign so much. The real reason is hidden within their automations. Now, when we go to automations, you can see that we have a couple of them, and even on first glance, you can already see how many people are within an automation, how many emails are contained within an automation, and if there are goals defined within the automation, how many of those goals have been reached and so on. But even all of that is not the main reason, because every autoresponder has some kind of automations and some kind of way to show you an oversight or a summary of them. What I really love about Active Campaign is when you click on an automation, instead of having a table or something similar where you have no idea what's really going on, you actually have a visualization of the automation that can look something like this. So you see exactly what's happening. And again, I get that on the first glance, this here looks very, very confusing, but it's very, very straightforward. It couldn't be any easier. First, each automation starts with one or more triggers. In that case, the trigger is people subscribing to our CF PowerScripts newsletter. Now, once that happens, people get unsubscribed from our waiting list, which is a separate email list. People could sign up earlier before we actually allowed signups for the main CF PowerScripts software as a service, and they get their welcome email. And until here, everything is quite straightforward, but that's actually now where it gets interesting. We add a delay of 1 day, and we add a condition. If after that 1 day delay, people open the welcome email, they will get the next email which points out the benefits of our CF tab title script. However, if they didn't open that email, it goes to the right here, and they get a variation of that welcome email with a different subject line. And again, the logic waits for another day, and after that continues with the second email. Now, that's just a small example of how everything works, and the beauty of it is it's easy to set up, because all you have to do is you click on the plus icon where you want to add an action, and you just pick your action. You can send emails, SMS, notifications, and you're able to use a bunch of conditions, waiting for a certain period of time, check with if-else conditions, so depending on if a user clicked on a link, if they clicked on a specific link, if they open an email, and much, much more. You can even use condition based on customer location and so many different things. It's actually crazy, and you can use it in a very easy manner. Now, on top of all those conditions and triggers and so on, you can also move people to different automations. So you can have a flow and have certain buttons in your emails where you ask people, for example, are you using a certain software, yes or no? And when they click yes in that email, they get added to a different list or a different automation. And when they click no, they continue somewhere else. So your options are actually limitless. And that's why I love Active Campaign, because the more personalized your email campaign is, the higher your result will be. Active Campaign is therefore the best way to segment your email list, and it even helps you with your marketing efforts, because you can integrate Active Campaign with your Facebook audiences and then show ads to people depending on how they interacted with your emails. Now, that's it. That's why I love Active Campaign, and that's why, in my opinion, it's the best autoresponder out there. Additionally, it integrates with a lot of things. You can use Zapier to connect it with a million different services. It also integrates very well with ClickFunnels, which is a service that we are using for some of our pages. And it is affiliate marketer friendly to a certain extent. So those are the reasons why I think Active Campaign is the best autoresponder out there. And if you haven't tried it, you can sign up for a free trial by clicking on the link down in the description below. And obviously, if you have any questions or get stuck somewhere along the way, just leave a comment down below as well. And don't forget to smash the like button as well. I know I'm asking for a lot here. So again, number one, hit the like button if you were able to take anything away from this video. Number two, check the link in the description down below to create your Active Campaign trial and sign up. Number three, if you have any questions with your trial or regarding Active Campaign itself, just leave a comment down below. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you next week with another video. Till then, bye-bye.